Hey everyone, what's going on with my YouTube family? How y'all doing out there? This is Guided Messages with Jonesies. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you have come back to watch another message, how you doing? Alright, we are a new channel, so any support, feedback, and comments is greatly appreciated. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share the videos if you don't mind. Alright, this is a general message for the collective sign of Aries, okay? And I'm just going to keep shuffling these cards for a little bit because I know Spirit has a message, okay? I didn't try to do this message twice. And the fire card keeps coming out confirmation. And I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled these cards. You see all these cards? There's only one card on here that says fire. Alright? There's only one card in here that says fire. And that sucker keeps popping out. So I know Spirit got something to say for Aries. If it resonates, please let me know in the comment section below. If it doesn't, go check out another channel, okay, that has, that resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, doesn't sound familiar, it's not your story, please don't try to make it fit, okay? Alright. Divine, angels, spirits, guides, and ancestors, I ask that you bless this message. I ask that you guide my tongue and my hands. I ask that you assist the collective of Aries to gain insight, clarity, direction, understanding of a situation or a question that they need assistance with. Alright, we thank you for all things. Alright, so let's shuffle these cards. So many cards. This is my thing. I don't know how that card want to pop out. We're going to shuffle one more time though because the energy has been so heavy. Alright, let's just shuffle. Shuffle, cut. Alright, we're going to deal with the first half. Put those over there. Let's see what's at the bottom. Childhood traumas. Lord. Spirit, the energy's so heavy. What's the message for Aries? What's the message that my collective Aries need to know? What's the message, Spirit? Give me a card. What's the card? What's our focus? What do we need to know? What's the message for Aries, Spirit? What's the message for Aries? What do Aries need to know? And if nothing jumps out, I'm just going to start pulling cards from the top. What's the message Aries needs to know, Spirit? Message for Aries, Spirit? Y'all see that, right? Other people are involved. Clarify, Spirit, please. What other messages do you have for the sign Aries? Alright, one more shuffle, then we'll just start pulling cards off the top. Alright, so let's just pull. Wife. Doesn't have to be actual wife, just somebody considers as their wife. Or this could be a legal, binding wife. Alright. Focus on money and assets. Anxiety and depression. Has a fear of being vulnerable. This also came out in the other, oh Lord. Fear of commitment. Wow. Scared to talk to you. You are in charge of yourself. Consider your options. Justice. Male energy. Be honest with yourself. The heavy energy again. Alright, let's get into it. So first of all, Whatever the situation is, other people are involved. That means it ain't just you and somebody else. Somebody else got their hands in it. And for what I'm looking at, this right here, this is definitely either a husband and wife, or somebody you see as your wife, or you may be a wife. Okay? So I said other people involved. Someone's focused on money and assets to the point where they're stressing about it. They're having anxiety or depression about it. I don't think they're talking to anybody about this, but I feel like somebody's focused on money and assets. Your wife may be, or someone you consider a wife may be focused on money and assets, and to the point where they're anxious or depressed about it. Okay? Someone has a fear of being vulnerable. This tells me they don't let people in. Somebody's having anxiety about money, but they're not telling nobody. Somebody's wife did mess up the money and is not saying something. Somebody's wife, girlfriend, wifey, baby mama that messed up some money somewhere. I'm definitely getting that for some of y'all. I don't know who it is, but I feel like somebody messed up some money somewhere and they don't want to tell their other half because they don't want to say anything. They don't want to say anything. But, okay, so being vulnerable, fear of commitment. That was just for a small few of y'all. That's not for everybody. It's just the way the cards are presenting and Spirit is telling me. That's a very small percent of people. Most of you you got somebody who's partaking in your situation or your relationship. For some of y'all, this is going to be a third-party relationship. Your person is married. Your person has a wife. Your person has a wife, or you are a wife and you're messing with a third person. Alright? But somebody is scared of being vulnerable and has a fear of commitment. And I feel like it's because of the money thing. I feel like they don't feel like they got enough money, or that they're going to lose money. Definitely a male energy. They're scared to talk to you about that. They're scared to talk to you about it. They're not telling you. They're not telling you about this. I feel like they're not telling you about any of this. Some of you don't know that this person has a wife, that they're worried about their money to the point where they're having anxiety about it. They're not telling you because they're scared to be vulnerable and they're scared to commit to a situation. When they say scared to commit, it just means it doesn't necessarily mean like a romantic commitment. It just means they're scared of commitment. Like they don't want to tie themselves to somebody or something. And they're scared to talk to you about this. Okay? They're scared to talk to you about this. Somebody is really having anxiety about money. They don't want to talk to you about it. This might be a business deal or something too. For some of y'all, I'm getting this might be business where somebody's scared to commit their money to something. It might be a wife, like, or somebody's asking you to invest in something or commit your money to a business and you don't have it, but you don't want to be vulnerable and tell them, and you don't want to make a commitment to this. I'm getting that for some of y'all because there's other people involved. Somebody's having anxiety about money. They don't want to tell people that they don't got it. And they're feared they don't want to commit to this deal or to this business venture, whatever it is. They don't want to do it. They have a fear of it. And they're scared to talk about it. They're scared to tell this person. Alright? This might be somebody's wife, or your wife, or somebody you see as a wife. A significant other, or somebody in your somebody's asking you to invest your money on something and you're having anxiety about it. It's like you don't want to, you fear putting yourself in a vulnerable situation, and you're like, I'm scared to commit to this. Or you have the money and you feel like that it's going to make you vulnerable if you commit to this business venture, to this for some of y'all, I'm getting that this is business. Somebody's having anxiety about investing money in a business or some type of business venture, and they're scared to talk about it. I don't know if this is you or the other person. This is scared to talk to you. But this could be vice versa. I'm picking up that it may be going either way. It might be you or it might be somebody that you're asking to invest with you into something, and you're terrified. Like, I won't say terrified. They're just having anxiety about it to the point where they're scared. It feel like it's going to put them in a compromising situation if they do it. All right. This is saying though, you're in charge of yourself. So whatever you're trying to do, you're in charge of yourself. Whatever you're trying to do, consider your options. You have other options. I feel like Spirit is going to make sure that everything, that it works in your favor. Okay? And this male energy, this is not necessarily a guide. This just means that whoever this person is, whoever is once again, this is the business portion, because that's what I'm picking up really, really hard, is that this is a business thing. Like somebody's trying to bring people in to invest or start a business venture, but something's telling me that don't rely so much on other people, okay? Because you're in charge of yourself. Everybody else is a variable. You're the constant, okay? Everybody else is a variable. I feel like this is your plan, your business venture, and you're trying to get people on board, okay? If they don't want to get on board, don't press. Just let it go. Find somebody else, okay? Find other people. That's why it says consider your options. Whoever don't feel like committing to this and they don't want to be vulnerable, I feel like it's somebody's wife or somebody you look at as a wife. It might be a friend's wife, or I don't know. I don't know who this wife is, but it's a female. And it's a female. But I don't know. Somebody's wife, girlfriend, something. A friend's wife, somebody. But they're holding up this, what's it called? You might have a plan with somebody and their wife is like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, because their focus is that they're having anxiety that their husband or boyfriend might lose money. Or your money's tied together and they're like, I'm not doing that. You might have a friend that wants to invest with you, but their wife or girlfriend is like, we're not doing that. Okay? And they're scared to talk to you about it. Somewhere, somebody's wife or significant other spouse is preventing this. They're causing anxiety, or they're causing somebody to have anxiety about this money because they feel like they're going to be vulnerable and they're scared to commit. And with that other people involved, this is not a direct thing. This is third party with their hands touching stuff, like messing around. Okay? But Spirit is saying that you're in charge of yourself and that you do have other options. Consider them. If you haven't before, consider what your other options are. Okay? And that justice is going to happen. So you're going to get justice in this situation. All right? That means that this is going to work out in your favor. It may not be with the people or the way you think it is, but Spirit is saying that it's going to work out for you. Okay, and with that male energy, I feel like that's somebody who is definitely like taking charge, making moves, creating, going after something. They're trying to create something. Somebody's trying to create something. They need other hands. They need other people. But whoever they're asking, they're this person or people, or they have a fear of they're having anxiety about being vulnerable and committing to you about this project. All right, but Spirit is saying, and the Spirit saying they're scared to talk to you about it, so they probably haven't told you, but you're in charge of yourself and you have other options. And Spirit's going to make sure that you get justice in the situation because you're trying to create something. And it says be honest with yourself, all right? So this might be a family member, this might be a close friend, this might be your best friend. But be honest with yourself, okay? Don't tell yourself things that aren't true. Don't make decisions on assumptions, okay? Don't do that. That's what Spirit's saying. That's the business part. For some of you other people, all right, y'all are in third party situations, okay? And this person has a wife, okay? And they are having anxiety, okay, about possibly being vulnerable and committing to you. And they don't want to tell you. I feel like they are scared to tell you because y'all are too far in a relationship where y'all had plans or something to be together or do something. Like, I'm supposed to be leaving. I feel like they're supposed to be leaving, or they might not told you about this. But this and this is connected with this person. You see this other people involved? This was the card that came out after that. So this is what I'm seeing. Other people involved, why focus on money and assets. And then the anxiety and depression card came out right behind it. Okay, so somebody has a third person in a relationship. All right? Which happens to be a wife, a girlfriend, somebody they consider wifey. These people are tied together somewhere financially. Okay? And they're stressing about it because if they have a fear that if they're vulnerable and leave that situation, they're scared to commit to you. They're scared to tell you. Because of this. This is tied in with the other person. This is and they don't want to lose anything. They're focused on money and assets. They are terrified that if they are vulnerable and commit to you, they are going to lose something of value. All right, and it looks like money and maybe house, car, jewelry, whatever. The wife might have all the money, and if they leave, they're gonna be asked out. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it's feeling like. That's what Spirit is kind of saying for some of y'all. Some of y'all was business. The other one, this is a whole relationship, and they are terrified of taking that risk of committing to you because they're going to lose some material things. They are. And they're not talking to you about it. They ain't told you yet. They ain't tell you yet. I don't think this already happened. If this already happened, it just happened. They were terrified of talking to you about this. All right? They might have gave you the perception that this wasn't like, they might not even, when I say they might have gave you a misrepresentation that they were financially secure on their own. Like, they have money. This person has money. And you might have thought it was their money, but it might be the wife's money. Or their money's tied together and they're scared to tell you. They're scared to tell you. But you're in charge of yourself. And again, consider your options. Consider your options. If you're this person and you want to leave your wife with the money and you're scared to commit to this person, you're scared to commit to somebody because you feel like you're going to lose some material wealth, Spirit is saying you are in charge of yourself, okay? If you are in a miserable situation, you're staying only for money, you might want to consider what you want to do. All right? You may be scared to talk about it, but you are in charge of yourself, okay? People always be like, well, I